Okay, and let's hope now it's everything okay and it's working. Can somebody from the chat let me know if the audio and everything else it's okay? Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me, guys? Can you somebody put in the sounds good? Okay. So the sound is back on. Just have to sort out a couple more things, and soon we're gonna start. Unfortunately, OBS crashed on me a couple of times, so I'm trying to figure out what happened. Now, I'm just gonna put on the camera so you can see the couple of things that I done to the base. Oh, what happened, Bean? I didn't see you for in ages. I hope you're all good and you were just busy with work or with your sculpt. Yeah, the whole thing just crashed on me for no reason. We love when YouTube does that. And I'm just trying to fix up all the problem that came with this. So hopefully everything will be fine. So stay with me just for a couple of seconds till I sort everything out. Oh yeah, I'm sure you had it rough over there. Because of the heat wave. And as you can see, guys, over here, this is what I've done so far. I've done a couple of the sand inside the steps as well. And again, sorry for that. I just have to figure out now everything because of the chat just crashed. Oh, hi, Jerry. I didn't even see you're in the house as well. Almost everybody's here. That's nice. Thank you very much for joining, for everybody. So today I'm going to continue to work on Darksiders Death, and it's going to be, so the base technically it's finished, as you can see. So I've done all the sand down here. I done the skull that's kind of hidden, so I did it a little bit like a magenta color to it. And then I done some of the sand up here as well. That was actually sculpted inside the figure. But when I done the primer, it's kind of hidden a little bit. So I done a couple of sands everywhere, as you can see. And who can forget about the 3,000 candles, 300 candles? Don't remember the exact numbers. Apparently, lots of people like that joke about the candles, so the candles are returning in this video as well. So as you can see, the base is done, and I done I like to do this to my bases. I put a felt, velvet, whatever you want to call it, on the bottom of it, so it's not as slippery, and you just give this nice premium finish to it. So I done that on the base as well, and this is done. So this is the finished base. If you want to catch up on the video, go and check out my previous video of that. And I did paint up this boot off screen. I just wanted to see the colors, how they're going to look, and I'm gonna do the rest of it here on the stream. So I have all of these to do And if I find the other boot, that would be great. Oh, I remember I put it up here. So today I'm gonna finish up all the green armor. So I'm gonna finish all those pieces up. This will be the bone color, and I'm gonna work on this one here. Now, unfortunately, this I have to do it all by hand. So it takes a couple of coats to cover up all the green, but taping it up or otherwise it's no option. So it's actually faster doing with hand. And I'm gonna have to spray some color back on this one and then work on this and finish up the trouser. So hopefully today we're gonna finish the whole trouser, the boots, and the rest of the armor kind of in a way. So this is the plan for now. And I'm going to spray some green back on this one so it can dry. And then again, this is how it's going to look when it's all said and done. Now, let me catch up with the chat a little bit. How are you guys? Oh yes, you started a commission Punisher. I'm really happy for you. And I can't see the finished product when you're done with it. I know it's going to be a huge piece as well. So it's a 1/4 scale. And as I said, I'm going to spray some green back on this one because I did some dry brushing, but I done with a different green and I didn't like that. So that will be the first thing to do. And maybe I mentioned before, when I'm working on my models, I like to put the paint that I'm using in here, so I know which I use for the model. So this really basket, it's where I'm keeping the current models paint. Now, last week I had a lot of problem with my airbrush. For some reason it was keep clogging, but I think it was one of the paints that was the problem. Well, Frank Castle is quite a big guy, so it's okay. And I don't think anybody will complain that it's bigger. Usually people have a problem when the statue is a little bit smaller than supposed to. And I'm going to let that green dry. And then I'm going to start dry brushing all the greens on everything else. I'm going to make sure that all the paint is out of the paint airbrush. Now I'm gonna leave this one to dry for the moment, and I'm gonna start working on technically anything else. So I'm gonna use this screen to do the dry brush, and as soon as I find because I've done some cleaning, as you may notice, and I moved my brushes around a bit. So I'm going to use this one. Thank you, Jerry. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of the dry brushing over here on this green. Now, because how it's located and how small it is, it's a little bit harder to make it stand out. But we're gonna make it work. Uh, Jerry, we done the task screen now. Everything works fine except the keys for the controlling the camera. But we found a different way for now. And then when he sorts it out with the Stream Deck, then he can incorporate it. But at the moment, I think it is going to work just fine as it is. By the way, Jerry, did you stream Saturday? I mean Sunday. Did you get to stream? You were saying that you're probably going to stream. If you did, I didn't make it because I didn't see the stream on. So if you upload the video, if you did stream, if you upload the video, I can go and check it out. We'd love to do that. Now for this one, I'm using a smaller dry brush to try to get the smaller parts, and I'm going to do the same thing over here as well. I'm only using a smaller dry brush so I can fit in better, so I can reach the pieces a bit better. But you can use whatever brush works for you better if you prefer a big one. And on this one, as you can see, guys, I already started painting up the bone, but then I realized I need to do the dry brushing, so I stopped with that. And I'm going to do the bones after the dry brush, of course. So today mostly will be dry brushing and then painting some bones up. Yeah, please do. That's why I said to Bean as well. To try the right angle for your camera sometimes takes some time, and even when you're happy with it, you're still kind of looking for a better solution. So you're never kind of done with the setting up your camera. And now I'm going to start doing the highlights with the big dry brush. And with this one, I'm gonna go quite heavy. Yeah, so for the moment, till we figure that one out for him, he's gonna have to do with the different options. Maybe sometimes because the Steam because the camera kind of doesn't let the to use it in two application. Maybe that's gonna be a problem as well to bring it into the Steam Deck streaming deck. Okay, I think that's okay like that. Go back, give it a little bit here as well, and then let's do the other big piece. So when you're gonna start streaming now, Jerry, if you don't mind asking? Oh, it's working for you, Jerry. So bench. Oh, but yours is the newer model, Jerry, right? So maybe that has to do something with it, because you have the newer model. Maybe it's more compatible than the older one. I'm pretty sure it's an explanation for it, and will be possible to find it. It's always the solution. It's always a Google search away. I'm pretty sure Ron will find something easier that it does at the moment. But even as it works at the moment, it's still doable. He will just have to give a couple of extra clicks, but that's it. Yeah, but you have the camera. Maybe that's why the newer camera, it could be more advanced than the. It's not even the deck. It's the camera. Maybe the functionality. And you see sometimes even the like the Steam Deck and the camera, because they are newer model, so they have like a better connection and control. So that could be something. But again, I'm not sure. I never used the Stream Deck, so not even sure how that works. Maybe if I'm gonna do this for longer, then I'm going to pick up one as well. At the moment, for me, works out without it the same way. So I'm not rushing out to buy one, but I can see definitely in the future to be something a little bit more easier and handier. And when I'm doing this, I'm kind of away from my PC as well, so I have to install my second PC here because I have my old PC still, which I left, so I can do the streaming. That was the idea back. So I left my old PC and I don't know, see how it goes. Oh, so you had the camera hooked up and it worked. So that's a little bit strange that it doesn't work for Ron. Because if it worked for you, then it should work the same way for him as well. Who knows? Could be something small, little optional thing that we or you guys didn't think about it, and you forgot that you have to turn on and off. And now, by the way, guys, what I'm doing here, I'm dry brushing these boots. So I bring a little bit life to it, and it's not just a boring green boot. So at the moment, I'm just going through some dry brushing. So make sure you load your brush with a little paint, and then you keep going over it till you reach the amount of paint that you have on your piece. Now, sometimes this will take longer, sometimes it will take a little bit slower, depends on the amount as well, but it suits you. Just remember, never load the brush with too much paint, because that defeats the whole idea of dry brushing. So make sure that you have a piece of paper towel close to you, and then you swipe off the excess. And now don't be afraid to go back and be a little more insistent where you want the green to show up. Like for example over here. And then make sure that always you load up your brush as well, because you don't want to do this for hours and hours and you don't have any paint on the brush, because that will not change anything. Ooh, nice. Unfortunately, I'm not subscribed to Zez at the moment, but at the moment I'm full of work, the projects that I'm doing. I'm doing a really cool task print for one of Discord groups. I'm doing a crazy Gojo, and it's a huge piece. It's actually technically three sculpts. So it has a small base and a big base and a bust base as well. He has three torsos, a couple of hands, two heads. Yeah, so at the moment I'm working on that, printing it out. So I don't think I'm going to paint up Batman now at the moment anyway. I would like to. So maybe I'm going to pick up the model later on. We will see. Going to attempt the engraver. Oh, hi, Penny Stream. How are you? Yeah, sometimes I find it lately there are too many models. You don't even know what to start doing because somebody will release something else, and then you really like it, and then you want to do that. And I put the other boot somewhere, and then now I cannot find where I put the boot. That it's already painted up. Oh, it's right in front of me, of course. So you always check in with your other piece if you don't do them at the same time, and just make sure that you put enough green on both the same way. You don't want it to look different. So that's what I'm going to do now, is just slightly grow over the parts that I want more green. Good. At the moment, I'm doing the boots. I done the base. So this is the base, how it looks at the moment. So the base is all done. I done the stand on the top as well. I done the skull. I done a little bit of magenta, and I done applied felt velvet on the bottom as well. So it looks a little bit more premium when it's done. And now I'm just going to do the armor. And I have another project that I actually ooh, that's too much. I have another project that actually I'm working off camera, but I'm still recording it, so that's gonna come to my Patreon. And yesterday I finished the base. If you guys are curious about it, I can show you a sneak and peek. Just let me know in the chat if you want to see it. And guys, thank you for joining in. Don't forget to hit that like button. I appreciate it a lot. I don't really like to ask for it, but the YouTube algorithm kind of makes us begging for that like, because that way our channel will show up to other people that are interested in this hobby. And I'm trying to grow my channel as well. And I mentioned this before, really soon I'm going to do a giveaway. So I'm going to give away one of my statues that are already painted up. I'm not sure which one. Sometimes it's really hard to part ways with your creation. But if you're interested, stay tuned, and I'm going to give you more details about it. And again, guys, if you're interested in the Broly base that I'm working off, I mean, camera, I'm still going to record it, but not on live stream, because at the moment I'm running two projects. If you want to see how it came out so far, let me know in the chat, and then I can show it off. The base, it's done, I will say, around 80% of it. I still have a couple of things to do, but not too much on it. And now I'm going to take a little bit of neem oil, and I'm going to bring back a couple of the shadows. So we have the trusty neem oil over here. And as I mentioned it, I cleaned up my work area, so I moved all my brushes and everything, so I have to go and look for them a little bit. And now with the neem oil, I'm just going to bring back some of the shadows. Okay, so looks like nobody's interested in Broly. That's good. How long till you finish Kemi? I noticed that you almost done. You're really close to be done. I saw that you said that you need to do a couple of things on her skin. Now what I'm doing here, I'm just applying a little bit of new oil in the shadows, just to bring back the darkness a little bit. I'm about nicely having trouble getting the face that way I want it. Ooh, that's never too good. What seems to be your problem with your face, if you don't mind asking me? Which part? The skin tone, the makeup? Now with the loom oil, again, I'm just applying a little bit of shadows, left and right, and I forgot to do this part over here. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make sure that all of the pieces they're kind of done the same way, so they matching up. You don't want to see a big difference between the two pieces. So what you're gonna do now, Jerry? You're gonna paint up with the Z Studio Batman as well, or you're gonna finish the one you're already working on and then start that one? Now, I always like to compare the two when it's done, because can be different and you don't want that. So for example, I noticed the green on this one, it's a little bit stronger. So maybe I will have to come back with a little bit more. I'm gonna dry this a little bit, the new oil, really quick. Okay, these two look okay to me. This one as well. And on this one, it's not too much that I can do because it's quite tiny. So I need this to dry up. So I'm gonna use the hair dryer for just a second, really quick. And then I'm going to apply some more green on it because the two green they don't match up, so I don't really want that to happen. Well, I can give you an idea, Jerry, as well. For example, you can paint up just the base for now, and then do something else, and then come and paint up Batman if you don't want to do two Batmans in a row. I done that sometimes as well when two similar characters, but I still wanted to work on the base. So I just came back and picked up the character a little bit later after I'd done something else. So just to take a break from the same style of painting. You don't want to do Batman's. You can do as that one as well because the base it's way different. So one of them it's the Batcave and the other one has the light. Or you can just print out everything and then prep. So I'm pretty sure on that one you will have a lot of prep work to do as well. Okay, now this boot doesn't like it look like the other one, so I have to bring it a little bit closer. So I'm gonna apply a little bit new oil everywhere, so it darkens down a little bit the dry brushing, so I match up with the other one. I'm not sure, maybe you mentioned it, Jerry, before. Do you put lights in the bat signal as well? I'm pretty sure you mentioned it, but I cannot remember now. Yeah, 63 port, that's a lot. I'm using this brush. It's a Raphael. It's a Klasinski, whatever it's called, and it's a 3.0. So it's quite small. I'm using this for everything, kind of. This is my detailing brush, and this is what I'm using for the eyes. I'm using for the lips and mostly the whole face. So I started using this brush when I done my minifigures, Warhammer, and so I'm using it since then. I'm really happy with them, and if you take care of them, they're gonna last long as well. So they're a little bit more expensive, but it's, in my opinion, quite worth it. Now, if you don't take care of them, then you don't deserve them. So don't even bother buying them because it's not gonna last. But otherwise, they are really good brushes, and I've been using this for a couple of years now. Now they don't last me for so long. They last me, like, I would say, around somewhere between 8 months, a year, even sometimes more. Now it depends on how heavy I'm using them as well, which of course it's for everything else. And then if you take care of them, you clean them out, they're gonna last you for a long time. Now you will have sometimes like a defective one, and it's not gonna last as long, but that's happened with anything. So it happened to me that I bought one, and it didn't last for too long, unfortunately. Okay, and now I'm going to start painting up the bone color, and as you can see over here, I have a lot of it to paint. And if you hear me rambling about the candles, this will be a whole nother level. Yes, I know what you mean, but for me, this was always the paintbrush that worked. I know this is a little bit more pointy, but I had some brushes that I had that they were like the round brushes, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you almost have to use those for just for the eyes, because as soon as you use them for something else, they kind of become really bad brushes after a couple of uses. So you only have to use for the eyes. But if you want just something specific for the eyes, buy the round brushes, and that's literally in the name as well. When you pick them up, it says round-ended. At least here in Ireland says it. I had a couple of those, but as soon as I used it for something else, yeah, they were not good for anything. And I still think I have a couple of them, if I'm not wrong. Let me check really quick. No, actually, I don't have any of those. No, I don't have any of those left. But literally, they were like the end of it, instead of being pointy, they were round. Let me see between my old brushes if I have any. I think it was one of these. It was one of these from Raphael, but this one it's you cannot see anymore because it's destroyed. But it was like having a really round edge instead of the pointy one. Now I don't have any of them that actually be in a good state that you can actually show it to you. But I'm pretty sure if you go to an artist shop, you can find some specific more rounded brushes instead of the pointy ones. Usually they always carry a couple of them. If you have a problem painting the irises with the brush, why you don't take a small marker like the black one, and you just do a nice dot, and then you just keep making the dot bigger and bigger. I did try that one at one point, and it did work for me really good. But then I just decided to do the proper way, and then I started doing it with my hand. But again, with the markers, it's a little bit easier, so you can go that way if you want. Just make sure it's like one of those small pointy markers. Now, with this, I will have to give at least 2 coats on the bone, and then I'm gonna come back with a couple of washes and just dirty everything up, so actually it's going to look like a bone. If you want here, you can use a darker color. This is the one I like to use for bones, but you can use something else, or it's totally up to you, even how dark you want the bone to be. I like it to be a little bit brighter, so that's why I'm going with this color, and then using some washes over it to achieve the specific look I'm looking for. And I already painted up one of the bones on his boots last week. So if you want to check that one out, you can check out in the other videos, or just stay tuned and follow this live stream, and then you're gonna see it really, really soon. And again, I could use some masking on this one, but because it's so tiny, I think it will be just more like a waste of time. And Bean, if you're still here, which I see you're still, how do you go with the Bumblebee? It's going well. Did you start working on it? Did you do any progress? See you soon, Jerry. Enjoy the rest of your work, and hope to see your streams up and running soon as well. And before I forget, guys, make sure that if you like what you see here, go to my main channel. I have upload videos every week, and those are how to paint videos, have skin tones, whatever you need. Go and check it out. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. And again, if you like to watch live, we have our good friends, the 3D painter over here. He's doing live stream almost every day as well. His work is really similar but different in the same way. And it's always good to go and check out other people to see how they do their projects. And I messed it up a little bit over here, so I want to correct it before it dries too much. So I'm going to take a wet and just remove the white. Now I don't care about here on the top, that's going to be painted up brown anyway. And that's it. It's all gone, and I'm going to make sure that I clean the glove so it doesn't happen again. And maybe I should use the thing to hold it so it doesn't happen again. So as I was saying, just go and check out the 3D painter. He's a good friend of the channel, and he's doing some amazing work as well. And then the Bean 3D, he's going to post some videos soon as well. I'm not sure when he's going to be ready to share his work with us, but again, if you're interested, just go give it a like, subscribe to his channel, and then I'm pretty sure when he's ready to share, the videos will start popping up. He's working on a cool bumblebee from Z Studios at the moment. And when I say bumblebee, I mean Transformers Bumblebee, of course. And then Jerry, the grumpy vet, who just went back to work, he's going to start streaming soon as well. So you can do the same thing if you want. Go and check out his channel. And some videos should stop popping up soon. How soon? I'm not sure. So wait a second, you still didn't start working on Bumblebee. You still have to finish up. Let me see, Sphinx. I'm pretty sure with the heat wave you didn't do too much work. Bean. And I know the 3D painter, it's moving some things down to his studio for the later live stream, if he's going to make it. So I'm really curious how that one will go. And I'm not sure who actually is going to be next after this character, but I think I'm going to be taking a short holiday next week. So I'm going to be off for next week. So hopefully I can finish this model till then. Now I'm going to be honest with you, it's a little bit work to do on these bones. So I'm going to try to do some of it off camera as well. So for example, these over here, you can see there are two of them. So I'm going to do one of the camera, and I'm going to do one off camera probably, because otherwise it will be just taking too much time. It's nice when we can support each other's. And guys, if you don't mind me asking again, hit that like button. Much appreciated. It's a small thing, step for you. It's a huge for us. This way, the YouTube algorithm will start showing our channels to other people who are like you and they like this hobby, and that will help out the channel. So thank you very much. And then again, make sure that you check out all the other small channels and help them grow as well. At the moment, the YouTube algorithm is not too kind, so the numbers are a little bit down. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Last year, this time, it was way better. For some reason, the algorithm this year was a little bit neglecting me. So I'm a little bit more down with the views, and sometimes The spirit goes down a little bit as well. But I love what I'm doing, so I'm not going to complain too much anymore. Just keep doing it and enjoying it. So I'm going to let this to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and do the rest of it. And I'm going to do this part. And let me get one of those other another clamp. And of course, when I need it, I cannot find one, so I don't make a mess with it as well. So this is going to be a smaller piece, so it's going to be a little bit faster. Now make sure you clean your brush time to time. Don't let the paint dry too much in it, because then you will have a harder time cleaning it. Yeah, those channels are having so much views, and the thing is, like, after a while, all of them, they just look the same, but people still look at them and click to them. So the AI channels actually getting way more pushed by YouTube than any other, like, original creators channels. And YouTube says that they're fighting against it, but to be honest with you, it doesn't look like they're doing a good job. But who knows? Yeah, but those channels are doing well. AI does well on YouTube and everywhere else. They're getting millions of views. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Till YouTube allows them to be on YouTube, they're gonna be always ahead of us. But if you want to see something cool and original, you go to a small creator, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna go away satisfied with the content, and you're probably gonna learn something cool as well. And if not, at least you had some nice people in the chat, like I have in my chat at the moment. And I'm so grateful to you guys for showing up and choosing my live stream. These days, there are so many out there that you can choose. So again, thank you very much for everybody. And if you like what you see here, you can share it with your friends and family as well. That's always welcome. Or you can keep it just to yourself if you don't want to share it. I don't mind. Yeah, I see every year it's I don't know what's happening when YouTube change some to the algorithm. Like, views go down really badly, and then picks up again a little bit, and then something else again, they change in the algorithm, and then the views goes away again, and then this is like something that occurs every year now. It's almost like a well-oiled machine that just keep doing the same thing. Who knows? especially now with the craze with the AI. Everybody's chasing it, so it's a big trend. Like even when you have like one of those company meetings, you have to mention that you're trying to incorporate AI in some way, even if it doesn't make sense. And to be honest with you guys, I don't think AI is gonna go away anytime soon. They are investing too much money in it to just drop it. And now again, I'm just gonna do a couple of parts here of these ones, and then I'm gonna do some of it off stream as well because I don't want to bore you guys with all of this bone painting. But to get to the finish line, we have to go through this. And like I mentioned before, if the candles didn't drive me crazy, this will definitely drive me crazy. With the candles, I had like 11 candles that I had to paint up, but after a while, it just become really, really monotone and boring. So I hope these will be a little bit better. But again, it's just too much of it as well in the same time. And I don't see a better way to paint them up correctly at the moment. And you know, like sometimes when you finish a work, you go like, oh, if I done this way, it will be easier and faster. I have to say I did choose the hard way myself, so kudos to that. Yes, it's the same as it was the cryptocurrency and the NFTs. If you guys remember NFTs back in the day, they weren't big as the crypto, but yeah, nobody cares about crypto at this point. If you're there in the first ones to have it, you made some money definitely. But now these days, you're probably gonna lose more than you're gonna need to get back. So I think AI after a while is just slowly gonna go away, but it's gonna be still there. And this depends on people as well, how much interest people show in it. As soon as the hype goes away and people realize it's the same slop all over again every time, just a different paint of coat, then maybe it's going to slide down. But like even like I have friends that keep saying like, "Oh, Barbara, why you do this, they do that on your videos?" And I go like, "Yeah, but then again, it's just AI. What's the point for me doing all this work, painting it up, and enjoying? I have to say, painting. Then if I leave the AI to do the rest. I'm trying to do even the thumbnails and everything, my own creations, and maybe they're not the best, but at least I know I made them and they came out by giving a couple of prompts to a chat GPT to create something. These days I have to say it's harder to stay original. And I understand some places really good to have AI, but most of the places makes no sense. And then what bothers me, like even though any workplace, even if you do need AI or not, they try to shove it down your neck to use it. So if you don't use it, then you almost get in trouble for it. That's another part I don't get. Should be something that should be decide to use it should be having the tools, and if you don't want to do that, that should be okay as well. You see, for example, my first videos, when I started doing this, they were all AI videos. And now I go back to them and I can't not listen to that music anymore. I'm just sick of it. Now I'm trying to use royalty-free videos that are actually made by artists from YouTube. But even though sometimes the artists themselves, I had an artist like claim my video because it says it's free to use, but the artist just decided to flag it. So I had to remove the song from that artist from my videos. And then the whole flow of the video, because I had to do it through YouTube editor, so the whole flow of the video just become really bad. But I'm pretty sure, like in time, even the AI is going to claim the videos because they can recognize AI content. The technology is already there out there, so I'm just waiting for the one day that the AI is gonna come and claim all the YouTube videos, monetization and everything. And I'm pretty sure after like people start using it every day, that's going to happen at one point. And now I'm just going to continue blabbing about AI, or I can tell you how much I love painting this. And this is the next best thing after the candles that I did last week. And if you're not here last week, just go and check out my previous video where I painted up the base of that from Darksiders. And I had to do a couple of hundred of candles. And that part was really, really nice. I think just nicer than that is this, I have to say. At least I don't have to paint sand as well, which was last week as well. So candles and the sand didn't go too well together. But this week looks like we're gonna have the whole week. We're gonna have bones to pick or to paint. I meant, you know what I mean. So I started, like I told you before, I started painting this off camera just to give it a helping hand a little bit, so I don't have to do all of it live on stream. But then I realized I didn't do the dry brush that I wanted to do, so I stopped, and yeah, that's what you're watching now. But I promise you, if you stick around, in the end, this is going to look amazing. I mean, at least for me, it's going to look amazing. And how do you see it? That will be your problem, because this is my way of painting. And usually I do what I like. Oh well, we have to start somewhere, do we? By the way, about dad jokes, I'm going to go to UK next week on my holiday. So I was thinking maybe we'll see to jump in to see your dad. but I'm not sure because I will have to travel a little bit, so I'm not sure I'm going to be welcome to his shop after the last comments that I made on his live stream. But I hope he didn't take it too hard, and he still wants to see his son. So I'm gonna show up maybe. We will see if we can make it possible. If not, maybe next time. So if I'm gonna show up to his shop, I'm gonna post a small video if he doesn't mind me to record it. But again, I don't think it's going to happen. But if it's going to happen, then we will see. You're gonna find it out on a short video. And yeah, this is going to look amazing once it's done. By the way, guys, I want to give a shout out to Trackmods as well. Jody, go check out his channel. He's building Star Trek ships. He has a really cool channel, and they're doing live streams as well in the Hobby Time Modelers. So you go check out the guys as well, and they do some really amazing work. I really enjoy joining in. Their channels, it's way different. It's more models, so miniatures of cars, ships. They do have lots of projects. Now here with the 3D printing models, it's a little bit faster, but I think over there they took months to finish, or even more maybe, to finish a project. Sometimes they make almost everything from scratch as well. So if you like the DUI, yeah, check out track mods. I always try to join in time to time when you have some time. Now because I live in a different time zone. I live in Dublin, Ireland, so sometimes it's a little bit harder. But sometimes I just go back and watch the recording of the live stream. And now let's make sure that we give a big shout out to your dad, Ground Affected, as well. He has a big channels. I think he always wants some couple of subscribers, guys. So if you don't mind, go and check him out. The other day on the live stream said that nobody really give him a shout out. So there you go. I'm gonna try to give a shout out every time that I'm on live stream, at least once. We always could use a couple more followers. It doesn't matter how big our channel is. And Ground Affected, he's a really cool guy. You can learn a lots of things from him. We kind of started painting around the same time. He started recording and streaming way before me. So I always used to watch his videos when I'm doing the painting in the background. And I have to say, I did learn a couple of tricks from him. But the Pinko and Zenithal highlights, it's something that it never worked for me. But he really good again at painting models and entertaining people. So if you like any of those, go and check him out. Let him know that I send you. But don't leave just yet. After I'm finishing with the stream, then you can go. And then later on today, the 3D painter, I'm pretty sure he's going to be streaming, not 100%. I know he had a little bit of issues with his back, so hopefully his back is better. And if he's better, then I'm pretty sure he's going to stream. He is working, I think, now on a Punisher model, and it's a huge, huge model. So if you like Punisher, go and check him out. Now, guys, I promise this, it's not gonna get better. If you ask me honestly, and I have to say, this is just gonna get worse with painting the bones. But I will try to provide some entertainment. And let's catch up the cat on the chat. And again, Ron, if you have any problems, don't give up. Just in worst case, just restart the live stream. It happened to me as well today. What I will tell you to do now, just give a restart to your laptop before you start it. Just restart your laptop, give it like a fresh start, and then start streaming. My PC has like maybe 20 windows open. I don't think it has to do anything with the OBS crashing, but hey, who knows? So I would say just give a restart to your laptop, and then it should be fine. Especially because you don't have anything on your laptop, so usually laptops work a little bit harder when you have a lot of software on it. As far as I know, you only have the basics that you need for the live stream, so it should be good. It's one of those things you just have to do it. More put it off, more harder will be, kind of. Okay, well, this is kind of halfway done. We leave it to dry now, and we go back to this. Now this is a little bit faster, so I promise you guys I'm going to start work on something else as well. Just give it a second coat to this one so I can start applying the wash to it. Once you've done the first coat, the second coat goes a little bit faster as well. And if you ask yourselves why do you mask it up? Because I hate masking even more than I hate candle painting. Sometimes masking, even if you give a clear coat of varnish, can chip away your paint, and then can do more damage than actually painting over your paint. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid masking as much as possible. I have masking putty as well, but sometimes that's a little bit too thick. So when you want to do small things like this, the masking putty, it's not a good idea. It's always have to be your call. You kind of have to know which masking technique to use. I know some people, they have really patience for masking. I try to avoid it as much as possible. It's not one of my strengths to mask things up, and then especially when you spend like an hour to mask thing up, and then the paint goes to it, because sometimes the tape just peels away. Yeah, then when you kind of ask why you doing this, what's the point of it? Yesterday, for example, I got one of those small, really strong turbo fans, and I didn't have patience, so I went and I put some varnish, transparent varnish, clear varnish, on one of my bases, and I hit that with the blower, and literally froze up. It literally froze up the varnish on the paint, and it become white. So watch out for that. Don't use to dry your varnish with the turbo blower, fan, whatever it's called. Yeah, I had to repaint the whole base, that part. That was actually an easy fix. It only took me around 20 minutes to fix it. But I would like to, if I knew that, I would definitely avoid that. So I'm going to avoid it in the future. So definitely the hair dryer is still the way to go. And I dropped this here and I made a mess. Now this thing doesn't have to be perfect covered. You just have to have a nice uniform cover, because we're gonna mess it up really with some wash soon. So perfection, it's not the key for this. We're gonna literally drench it in wash, and then we're gonna remove most of it. Yeah, which doesn't make sense, but this is how it's going to work. And now I have to do this as well, and then I'm going to start working on something else. And by the way, Ron, you're gonna have fun painting up the skeleton on Punisher. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy that part. Welcome, guys. If you just joined my live stream, please don't forget to hit that like button. Much appreciated. It's a small step for you, but it's a huge for us. It helps out the channel a lot, so the YouTube algorithm is going to start recommending our channel to same people as us that like this hobby and they like to paint up 3D prints. And as you can see at the moment, I'm painting up some bones, and this is the next best thing, if you ask me. Painting up bones, it's always fun. I was trying to convince my wife the other day to for her to start painting up some statues. She never painted up. She's really good teaching kids art and all that stuff, but she never actually painted up a figure. So I was thinking to do a video with her painting up, but then another two channels done the same idea, and I was like, okay, yeah, I don't want to look like I'm copying other channels. So I was like, yeah, we will see now if she still wants to do it. Then that will be one of the videos coming soon. I was even thinking to paint up 2 more simple statues, so print them out. And I'm going to paint it up, make a video about it, and she has to paint it up just by following the steps that I did. And then we kind of compare to see how much she took away from the video, how much the video helped her. So I think that will be still a good idea. I'm just putting it out there if somebody wants to do it. That would be something that she looks kind of interesting to try out. And then after that, probably my son. I'm gonna do a video with my son painting it up because I'm pretty sure he wants to do it as well. And then I have a golden retriever, so the golden retriever will be after my son. He's going to start painting up some shit as well. And then I have a fish, so we will see if the videos pick up. We gonna make the fish paint up something as well. Why not? Who knows? Maybe even open his own YouTube channel. We will see who will have more success over me. Who is going to be the real teacher of how to paint videos? Now this one, it's almost done. And oh fuck, no, wait, it still has the back part. So no, it's almost halfway done. Because I still have the inside part to do again. And then I have to go and pass the hair dryer so it dries, and then I will have to do the wash. And then dry that thing, scrub it off, and then do the other wash, which is almost so much fun. And by the way, the bean can't wait to see what type of yellow are you going to use on Bumblebee. I can't wait to see that. Oh, hi Simi, how are you? And now, guys, I'm gonna do the backside as I mentioned it a couple of seconds earlier. And then after that, we are done. And I'm not gonna put you to this more torture. I'm just gonna move on and do something else. I'm gonna finish up the trousers, which I start painting up on the first day of this. So if you want to see how I did that, go and check out the first video from Darksiders. I have to learn to choose better models, and this is an amazing model, by the way. It's from Tanuki Figures, and the guys over at the Tanuki, they're really good. I'm not complaining about the model. I'm complaining that I choose this really nice bone armor model, which at the time I didn't even take in consideration how long this is going to take me. And oh fuck, Yeah, that's always good when you drop your brush and it's just fully loaded up with paint, because that's not going to do a mess, of course. That's all my clothes looking always dirty. Like when we have somebody over, my wife goes like, "Always go and do you want to change? Maybe your t-shirt looks like a cleaning rug." Yeah, between painting and printing, yeah, the clothes don't stay clean for too long, unfortunately. Okay, this is done. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna dry it up and then I'm gonna pass some wash on it. But I have to do something else, and I have to break out of this because it's becoming a little bit boring. So I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna do those two off stream. And well, I have to paint this one up at this point. So let's do that. I'm gonna airbrush this, so this is going to be really quick. Oh, this is so nice. I'm been tempting now to tape up the rest of the bones. Actually, I'm gonna put them away from here so I don't overspray on them by mistake, because that would drive me nuts. Okay, we're gonna let this dry as well. That's a kind of way I cannot believe that nobody wanted to see my Broly statue that I'm working on. To be honest, I was hoping for you guys to say, "Yeah, yeah, show us the base." Uh, Nobody that said any words, so thank you for that. But I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna show it anymore. So even if you ask for it, that's it. You hurt my feelings about not saying anything, so okay. I'm going to take the trousers now. So this part, last time I just did give the base color, and then I did the letter straps. Now I need to do the silver on the knee pad, and I need to do the belt buckles. Uh, and I'm just gonna give a little bit of new oil here and there and call it a day done, call it done, kind of in a way. So I'm gonna do the knee pad silver, then some black over here on the edges, and that's it. So here I'm going to use the same brush and my wet palette, if I can find it. And let's choose a really nice silver this time. And I'm gonna go with the first that I can grab. So now we're gonna make these trousers look really good. By the way, guys, as I mentioned before, if any of you working on any projects, please send me some pictures on Instagram, on Gambit Neo 1. Send me in the message, link it, whatever you want. And then if you don't mind, I can show some of your work off here next time on the channel. I will not mind do that. So if anyone interested, I want to show off a little bit what they're working behind the scene, contact me on my Instagram, GambitNeo1. Send me the pics of what you're working now. If you need any help, it's some paint that you cannot find or you don't know if it's to be the one to work for your project, I can help you with that. I can help you find the right color. And I have a lots of how to paint videos on my main channel as well, so go check that one out. And pretty sure you can find something that will suit you. And then if you're interested in any of the models, again, just reach out on a personal DM, and if it's possible, we can work out something. Now, shipping in the US, I think it's a little bit expensive at the moment with the tariffs and all that stuff. But you're in anywhere in Europe, that can be worked out. So again, interested in anything that I painted up and I still have the model, try and see if we can work something out. Now this year I was trying to go to Dublin Comic Con. It was a little bit late when I realized that the bookings for the table, they were open. So I was on a waiting list, and unfortunately I'm still on the waiting list. So I hope I get a ticket to go there as well. That would be something that I would really, really like to do. So I'm going to try to update you on that as well in the future, if it's anything changes. But I'm not sure if I can make it. That would be really cool. It would be something that I would really enjoy, but we will see. If not this year, maybe next year, I will be more lucky to apply in time for the convention, and then I can get a table and I can bring my models and kind of show it off a bit. I've been doing this for over 5 years now, I would say, and I did accumulate a couple of models, and they're quite big. So the houses here, they're quite small, so I don't have too much space where to put them. So even if I don't want to some of the models, I will have to let go so I can paint up new ones, and then the cycle will restart, and then we're just gonna keep doing it as much as possible. I do custom ones as well, so if you're interested, that's something I don't have. Again, we can work it out. The only bump is that if you're in the United States, I can't really ship there. I mean, I can, but you will have to pay the tariffs, and I don't know if something that you want to do. But in that case, you can reach out to my good friend, the 3D painter. He's in the States. He's at the moment working on a model for a customer, a Punisher, and I think he's going to live stream it, all of it. So you can check out his work, and if you're from the States, then you maybe can order from him. I'm pretty sure he will like that. He will not mind. And check out his channel as well. As I mentioned before, he's doing similar things like me, but in a different way. And he most of the time he does different characters as well, not just superheroes, which is really good. He does a lots of Star Wars as well. I never done a Star Wars yet, so that's on my bucket list as well. Perfect. So he's going to stream today, so he's ready. So just make sure if you have some free time, check out his stream. He's trying different ways of streaming. He's going to stream to OBS. And as far as I know, he has a couple of camera views, so that would be a little bit more cool. At the moment, I'm streaming to OBS, but to one camera. But I was thinking maybe in the future I can set up a different view to a different camera as well. So I'm going to see how that can work out. Even with one camera, sometimes it's really hard because sometimes I go off camera and I don't realize it for some time. Yeah, you're definitely getting fancy. If you look back a month ago, how did you stream and how you're gonna stream today, I can call that fancy, definitely. Now, guys, I have to do a plugin as well. If you like what I'm doing here and you want to see me doing more of this, you can support me on my Patreon, Gambit Neo, or you can become a member. And soon I'm going to have some member exclusive videos post on what I'm working, like my cool Broly that nobody wants to see. And I'm going to post them up firstly on Patreon and on my YouTube membership. So if you're interested or you want to support me to get more resin, to do more prints, because resin is really, really expensive, you can do so on the Patreon or becoming a member. And I would like to grow the channel as well, so share it with your friends and family, or even your enemy. At this point, who cares? As long as I get some views, I don't mind. Now I have to say, I did get a new printer 2 or 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I had a little bit issue with that printer. I have to say, I got a little bit scared that I have to send it back. It was a really, really easy fix. 3D painter told me a fix to it, and pen pressure as well, and they were both right. So I fixed it in a couple of seconds, which I'm really happy. The printer printed perfectly, but the bat was not recognized. And now it's working perfectly. It was just that one of the plugs was loose and it fell out during the transport. But I have to say, even with that small issue, the printer is just amazing. And I've been only using Anycubic resin for some time now. I did try out a lots of them over my 5 years of printing, and I have to say this is the one I really works for me. and it's almost the same price as a normal resin, so it's not too big of a gap over there. And the printer is amazing, and it works really, really, really good, and I love it. I have to say, it's upgrading for my last printer. It's a huge difference. It's like driving a Ford and then not the Mustang Ford. It's just like a normal car, and then getting a Ferrari or something like that. It's the printer. It's amazing. I have to say, Anycubic does some really, really good shit with the printers and resin. Now, I'm sure that it's really good fancy resins out there, but they're usually a little bit more expensive. But Anycubic, it's one of those affordable and does the job better than you will expect. So at the moment, I'm really, really happy with Anycubic. But if you have some other brands, uh, let me know. I'm willing to try out. But please don't say Sonlu, because I had Sonlu and it's not a bad resin, but it's not for me. And in the end, I found it to get it really hard because everybody was buying Sonlu, and I think a lot of people still buying Sonlu. So yeah, not a fan of it. It actually was more expensive than the Anycubic, and it wasn't as good as the Anycubic. Now, this is just my opinion. I'm not sponsored by Anycubic. I wish I was. But yeah, if somebody knows anyone from Anycubic, let them know that some resin will be welcome. I can do some more prints. This printer I bought it with my own money. Actually, was almost like a gift that I asked for, and I needed because my old printer screen. That printer was amazing as well. But again, now seeing this Anycubic is just a whole nother level. The other printer was really, really good, but it was a mid-sized printer. So what I'm printing now, for example, it will take double of the time on that one. On this one, I do it really, really fast. And again, it's just an amazing printer all over. And I have to say, it's not even the newest printer on the market. This printer out, it's 2004, I think, is the Anycubic Max 7. 7 Max, sorry. So it's not the newest printer, but I have to say it's really, really good. I'm pretty sure when Anycubic is gonna come out with the next generation, and I will need another printer, I will definitely will be interested to get one, even maybe review it. We'll see. I was thinking to do some of the tools review videos as well. I did try a couple of times to do a couple of things, but then some of the videos they had a strange crowd coming in, and they don't like it. And then they were spamming everybody for no reason, whoever disagreed with them. So I was like, I don't like that. Yeah, like the thing is, like, even with Sonu, they say that, oh, it doesn't have a smell. It does have a really bad smell, or just because maybe my allergies, my nose picks it up a little bit more stronger. I have to say, I can smell like all of the resins, they have a smell. Like nobody can tell me they don't have a smell. But the Anycubic, it's more, I will say, okay with. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get sponsored by Anycubic, but if they want to sponsor me, I don't mind. But it's something, their resin, it's the smell, it's a more tolerable kind in a way. It's not that, it doesn't bother my nose as much. But the Sanu one, like again, it was a couple of things. One, it was really hard to get by. The price was going up all the time because everybody was buying it. And then again, I didn't see anything that told me that it's better. So when somebody, I don't remember if somebody told me to use the Anycubic or I just wanted to try it out. Because before that, I was using the PLA from Anycubic and I was happy with the PLA as well. But I don't know if somebody recommended to me to try out the Anycubic or I just wanted to try it out. But once I tried it out, it's, I don't know, it's an amazing resin. And even Bean 3D can say that even his clear resin, after I told him my settings, they coming out crystal clear. And I think even the 3D painter started to do some translucent resin with the, I'm not sure, I know he bought the resin, but I don't know if he already printed something. Now, after this blog, definitely Anycubic should send me a couple of resins over my way. Just for the last, what, 20 minutes, I'm being just, you know what I was doing, right? So I hope tomorrow I can get some resin because this project that I'm printing now, it's huge. And I can't wait to see the whole thing printed. So at the moment, I think I'm around 60% done. And whoever knows how big is the max plate, you know how much fits on a plate. So yeah. And you see, the thing is, I put in the same settings in the Max, the ones that I had before on the Saturn, and it was the same results. And again, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not doing like, I saw some people, they were curing the clear resin under the sun in a tub of iproposal alcohol. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just doing normal shit, and the results are quite amazing. Now, jokes aside, as more I talk, more work I do as well. So, cheers to that. Guys in the chat, just let me know if you do 3D printing, what type of resin are you using? Because definitely I just got 2 more customers over here for Anycubic. I know already the 3D painter was using Anycubic. He just switched from the normal to the ABS like. And I'm using ABS resin because I'm shipping my statues. So it just gives that a little bit more security that the statue will arrive in one piece. Because I did ship some of my statues that they were made with Sunlu ABS and they still broke. So that still can happen, to be honest with you. But I just try to give a little bit more security to the prints when I'm shipping them. So definitely, I'm happy with the ABS. And price as goes price, it's almost the same. It's just a couple of cents the difference, maybe a euro too. That doesn't change anything for me. I know lots of people do this. They buy normal resin and they buy ABS resin and they mix it up. I don't see the reason because again the price is almost the same, so it doesn't change anything to me. And I did use a couple of times water washable resin, and I can say that that's the most toxic shit you ever will have. The water doesn't clean down the resin properly, and then to get rid of the water, it's still toxic, so it's still pain in the ass. It's not like you can throw it down on the drain or anything like that. And the alcohol, fortunately, evaporates way faster than water. So even if you put it out under the sun, the alcohol will evaporate like really, really fast. And then you have the slushy that you have to get rid of. That's kind of is. But with the water washable, ooh, that thing is toxic. And even they say that it's not more toxic or anything like that, but I don't know. I tried it before from a different brand. I didn't try the Anycubic one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried with a brand that I'm not gonna name, but I'm not even sure that the ABS resin was ABS. I think at one point the normal resin and the ABS, it was the same resin. It was just different names on it because I did two different prints, same prints, but two different prints with ABS and normal, and both of them they broke the same way, like literally the same cracks and everything. So since then, I was like, I don't know. And since then, I never used that brand again, and I'm not going to use it anytime soon, even if they sponsor me, to be honest. So I'm not gonna put out the name what was, but it was really bad. And I'm not gonna be saying that I'm an expert on resin. I'm not one of those resin guys that will tell you everything by heart, like what they have inside, how toxic they are, how much seconds they need to cure. I'm just using the resin, see what works for me, what settings, and that's it. But the water washable one, I don't know. I don't see the point of it. I know alcohol resin, it's alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, sometimes it's really hard to get by, especially when it was the COVID lockdown. Like you could not buy for decent price alcohol. So over there, I see why it will exist. But and now that alcohol back out is normal, you can buy it whenever you want. I don't see the point of water washable. Anyway, it's nice to have the option if you live somewhere where they don't have isopropyl alcohol, but now I've done a little bit of a mess here with the silver because I'm talking too much and not too much focusing. And that's another thing as well, the 3D Painter run. I noticed since I'm using ABS resin, right? I'm using it for so long. But I noticed before on my Saturn, right? I had so many misprints. And since I started using the ABS, I had way less misprints. Like even the prints, they don't break the supports. They are stronger because of the ABS, so they are not as fragile. And I noticed, like, I think I reduced my fails like 99%. Like, for example, even now, I finally dialed in the settings that I needed for my Anycubic M7 Max. So I think I still have to just a couple more here and there to change, but I'm really close to find my perfect settings. So I'm really happy with that. But since I'm using the ABS Lite, I didn't have too many problems with my prints. So I'm really happy on that side as well. So I'm gonna use this really red copper on the knee pads. And then I realized I still have to give a coat to the silver on the belt buckles on his ties. And as I mentioned before, guys, I'm gonna give away some of my statues. I'm trying to grow a little bit my channel. So the video is gonna come soon. I didn't decide which one yet. I'm gonna do a couple of giveaway as we hit the marks, the milestone, the next milestone. So the next milestone will be maybe 1,500 subscribers. We will see, and then we're gonna do a next one, and just keep going up. So I'm gonna give a couple of them. So again, if you're interested, if you want the statue, just stay tuned, and we're going to make it happen. Now, I'm gonna pass another coat of the silver over the belt buckets and then come back and do the wash over it and call it a day. And then I start, oh, here I didn't even pass any color. Okay. And I start rushing, so I start making a mess. But it's okay, I can always come back and clean up a little bit. I just have to pay more attention on what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna pop out a couple of the colors that I went over here. So I'm gonna need the gray one and the brown. Okay. Fortunately, I don't see the brown. Why is that? And of course, the brown was straight in front of me. You send me the picture, or you send it to Bean? Send me one as well, if you don't mind. I'm quite curious. I know you said you still want to do some more upgrades to it. You want to change one of the walls. And now I'm going to do the Dark Reaper. That's a cool name, Dark Reaper. Usually Citadel has these weird names, but this is cool. The Dark Reaper. Okay, and now how I like to do my belts is drench the brown in, let me guess, this one, Racklad Flash Shade. Now, if you wonder why my voice changed a little bit, is because I have allergies, and my nose are on haywire when it's like this, so it's not too much that I can do, unfortunately. So I'm going to take a little bit of a bigger paintbrush and just really, really apply a lots of Racklin Flash Shade over the brown. And I promise you, this is going to look lattery. And after that, I'm going to pass some Noom oil on it as well. And trust me, guys, I know this because I've been doing this for some really long time. And it's always looks amazing. And because I used to work with leather as well, so that's another thing. And if you don't like it, that's your problem. To be honest with you, I never saw anybody doing a better ladder than this, but that doesn't mean it's not a better technique out there. This is mine. Nobody showed me. I came up with it when I was painting the amazing Wolverine, and I've been using this since then. And the Wolverine was one of my first 3D paints, the big size ones. I painted that Wolverine by brush, all of it. I didn't own back then an airbrush, so yeah, that was the only one I think that I done fully on brush, and then I got straight up. I got an airbrush because I was like, yes, I love this, and I want to do this more. And back then, I have to remind you guys, I started this hobby with Warhammer during the lockdown because I always wrong paint. I always wanted to paint up Warhammer, and during the lockdown, I think lots of people had the same idea. And then my wife got me my first 3D printer for my birthday, and I think she regrets that moment, or maybe not. And since then, because I wanted to 3D print miniatures, right? But then one day I saw, I don't know who I saw, maybe, I don't know. I don't remember who I saw doing 3D printing, and I was like, with statues, and I was like, okay, let me try it out. And since then, I never looked back for 3D miniatures to paint or print them. Actually, I don't know who was the first video I saw with doing the statues, and I was like, yep, I want to do that. Now, if you like this hobby and you don't have a 3D printer, now there are companies over there that they will print it for you like professionally, like industrial 3D printers. But the price of those, man, those are some really, really expensive prices. But if you don't want to have the trouble to go to 3D printing, you can always contact somebody who has, and I'm pretty sure he will be more than happy to sort you out. But to go and get industrial 3D printing going, it's really expensive. I'm not even joking. For that money, you can buy 2 printers and still have some leftover for resin. A company did approach me some time ago to do a collaboration, and they said like, look, we're gonna send you the print. You just have to upload the files what you want us to print for you, and then we send it, and then you're gonna paint it up. And I was so stoked because I wanted to see the difference between an industrial 3D print and a home 3D printed. So I was really, really stoked to hear of that. So I had a budget that my statue had to fit in, right? So I said like, okay, let's go a little bit bigger, something that I cannot print, okay? But it wasn't huge. Don't imagine like a house or something. It was a 1/4 scale, right? So a quarter scale. And I sent upload the files, everything. And now the files, there were a lot of them. They were like maybe 60 because it came in lots of pieces. It was a Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, and it was really, really cool. But I never could print it because, again, the size, my size will not print the translucent resin. And the price of it, I'm not joking, it was over 10,000 euro to print. And then the guy that I was talking to, he goes back, oh, like, look, that's way out of the budget. We cannot print you that. And even ask him, like, so how can I lower the price? Like, what can I change in the settings? And then he goes like, oh, you can print it hollow. But it was no hollow settings when you put it in because you have to put everything in, upload it over the internet. And I was like, look, I cannot find the hollow settings. And he never came back to me about that. So that was a little bit weird. Anyway, then I upload an Iron Man. Not an Iron Man, a Hulk Buster Iron Man. And that comes back like really expensive as well. But that was half. And that will cost me like what? Not even 100 euro to print, around 100 euro, right? And that comes back like 3,000 euro to get it printed. And I was like, whoa, whoa. And then I put another print. This was from COD 3D. It was a Carrigan. And literally, that was 30 euro for me to print. It was small, simple, and that was still 500 euro for them. And I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot recommend to anybody this company to print you that costs you a liver. Like nobody in the right mind will pay that money. I mean, I hope nobody. But they offer the service, so I don't know. Maybe it's expensive because I just want to print a piece. But even then, I don't see that being like 30%, no, 70% cheaper to make it worth it. Like the pieces that were like really expensive, and especially the translucent resin. When you put in the translucent resin, that just went bonkers. So yeah, I say if you want to do a 3D print and you don't have a printer, look for somebody who has, and I'm pretty sure it will offer you a really nice price. I know Ron does kits, and if you live in the Europe, I can even print you some because now I have a bigger printer. Usually I don't do that, but if you need one, that yeah, just contact someone with a 3D printer, and I'm pretty sure they will sort you out for quarter of that body, like just the resin and whatever needs to be paid, But those ones, the companies, and again, I'm not going to mention the name because who knows, maybe the future I would like to still try it out because even now I went back one day a couple of weeks ago and just put it in a piece just to see how much it will cost. And a torso, just a torso, the 1/6 figure, so that's not even that big. It will cost me 80 euro, just a torso, and not clear resin. So if it would be clear resin, that would be like 150 or even more. So yeah, if you're interested in the hobby and you don't have a 3D printer, I'm pretty sure there are people out there that will be happy to print you and send you a kit. and sort you out. But don't waste your money on these big companies. I'm pretty sure if you want to buy like 100 pieces, they will give you some discount or something. But otherwise, and I don't want to talk bad about it because again, I don't know exactly how it works. The Stranger Things was to me when he said that they have that hollow it out, but it was no option actually to hollow it out. Sorry for that. I just did a little bit of drying, and now I'm going to take the Noom oil and pass it over the belts, and then after that, that's what we can do for today. So let's do this really quick, and I'm going to start on this side where it's already dry. And again, this is my way of doing leather. You can do it whatever way you want it, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to look better than this. But if you think it does, then make a video and send it to me, and I want to see it. It took me almost 100 years to craft this technique. So if you can do it in a shorter time than that, you're welcome to show it off. By the way, I can't wait to see the new Highlander with Henry Cavill. I think it's a trailer already up. I'm not sure. It could be one of those fake ones. When I was a kid, I always used to watch the Highlander with Christopher Lambert. I really liked him. And then I used to watch the TV show as well with Lorenzo Lamas. And why the fuck I do remember those names? Don't ask me. I have so much useless information sometimes in my head that I'm even wondering why. I can't believe I still remember those two names. I know the Bean 3D as well. He offers to do kits as well. He's in Netherlands, so if you're close to him, I'm in Ireland, so again, I cannot promise you that I can make it, but reach out if you're interested, and then I can see what we can work out. Before I will not never use this service to do anything because I had a mid-size print, so it will take me some time to print. But now because I have a bigger printer and somehow I have to justify it that I got it, so I have to get some money back from it. Unfortunately, my channel is not big enough for me to be somebody send me a printer for free. That would be nice. Like, I know Uncle Jess has so many printers that he doesn't know what to do with them. And if you don't know who is Uncle Jess, then you're not interested in 3D printing. And there are so many guys out there. They have like hundreds of 3D printers and they don't know what to do with them. And they still get new ones every time. which I understand because they have so much knowledge, and then the reviews and people go and check it out. But sometimes I wonder why these companies keep sending the same people only, and they don't choose to send it to other people. For example, smaller channels, then they can have a different outcome on the printers as well. Okay, again, as I mentioned before, this is something that I came up, and this is my way of painting leather. It took me some time, and I think it's the one of the best way, but I could be wrong. If you have something better way to do leather, show it off on a video or send me the link to a video. I accept the challenge. Now, if you have to pay like 3 days to make it look more leathery, that doesn't count, because literally I'm doing it here in just a couple of seconds. So if you send me a video, make sure that it's a fast paint, not that you have to spend a week, and then the thing actually it's a miniature. It has to be a full statue. And if you want to find out more about 3D printings, there are lots of cool channels out there, by the way. I'm not a professional. That's why my channel it's mostly about painting. Time to time, I do some different videos as well. For some time, I've done a lots of tutorials about DIY, how to fix stuff, how to do stuff. You can find lots of videos. I have some short videos on my Instagram as well about how I did my spray boot, uh, and it's all IKEA parts, and till this day it works perfectly. This is not the perfect airbrush boot, but it's something that almost everybody can afford who can afford to do 3D prints or have an airbrush. If you cannot afford an airbrush, you can afford one of these boots. So go and check it out on the video. I have the files for the brackets for the air purifier in the link as well, so you can go and download it if you want. Again, it's not anything like a waterfall or anything like that. It's just a simple, basically a box with an air purifier in it. And then when I paint, the air purifier is always on, so it takes in most of the particles. Now it's not perfect, of course. It's always something better out there. I'm not $1 million company that can afford to do perfect boots or anything like that, and I'm pretty sure all of those expensive one as well, they're not the safest. But it's one of those that anyone can do it at their house. Now, guys, here is the ladder. I'm gonna pass one more coat of the new oil on it, and I call it a day. And I'm gonna pass some new oil on this one as well, so it's not as new looking. And basically, I'm gonna do some shadows next week. Next week, next stream, and that's it. The trousers will be done. Uh, Make sure that you check in on next Wednesday. I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And actually, maybe this Wednesday I'm gonna change up the day a little bit, but I let you know in time. So maybe it will be Thursday instead of Wednesday. We will see. And thank you for everybody for joining in. See you on the next one, and make sure you check out the 3D painter. He's gonna go online really soon. It will be about 1.5 hours, more or less. So make sure you check him out. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. And before you leave, guys, thank you again very much for joining in. See you then on the next one. Enjoy.